What did dating mean to you?
Catch flights, not feelings.
Yes.
Haven't been in the market for so long.
You know what Hinge is?
It was a big taboo. Dating. Dating ante inka like everything's done.
Boys, the first thing they would come and say to you is, I love you.
In my college, they would pretend like they were siblings. They used to call each other akka, anna.
The movies that were made during our times,
Definitely.
all the movies had like love at first sight.
And also stalking.
Who glorified this? Arya, right? I'm kind of scared of dating apps.
All I think about is being kidnapped, getting murdered. Talking phase in our young age was Tinnavara.
That's fried chicken, not my brain.
Nice.
But my concern is that he still has his Hinge profile active.
A red flag. Dump him. Throw rocks at him.
Religious requirements are a deal breaker.
What is this question about? Even though you're in US, you're religious.
I won't do it, but I'm afraid that if I clarify this, it won't end well.
The society is the red flag here. A word for you. Jugard.
Jugard. What is this?
Every morning going to college, I used to get a prep talk from my parents. Don't believe boys. If you see a boy, run away.
Is there a better way to teach your children to stay safe but not be afraid of the other gender? Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of NRIs Got Blatant. Mouneesha's back here with us.
Hi.
And we're talking about something really fun. Mouneesha, as millennials, when we grew up, what did dating mean to you?
It was a big taboo, man. Like, at least going to school and college, dating ante, people would be like, oh, they're doing everything.
Did you guys even call it dating?
No.
Like, was it called dating?
You know where I learned that word dating was from Boys movie. You know the song?
Oh, yeah.
Dating.
Yeah.
That was the only time we knew what dating was. But like when you say like a girl went on a date with a boy, at least the kind of school or college I went to, dating ante inka like everything's done. They are married, they're ready to have kids.
You went to a girls' school, right?
Yeah, I went to an all-girls school.
So how was it in the girls' school?
There was nothing, non-existent.
Because I mean, as growing up in a co-ed school, at least the first school, so the second school I went to for like 9th and 10th, boys and girls had separate classrooms.
Okay.
We were not allowed to talk to each other, and girls were released at 7 p.m. Boys were released at 7:15. 15 minutes gap so that they don't talk to each other.
समझ रहे हो?
So that was a whole other thing. But I don't think
Dating wasn't
a thing. Even in my first school, I think maybe college.
Yeah.
That's when I first, like you said, boys movie.
Yeah. I didn't even know, like, I used to go out with boys, but like I didn't even know that was called going on dates.
I feel like for us it was
like boyfriend, girlfriend.
Directly boyfriend, girlfriend.
Directly I love you, and then the next step is to get married.
I feel like boys, the first thing they would come and say to you is, I love you.
Yes, propose
and then
to
they'll
you,
tell their friends, I proposed to this girl. Right? Do you think that the movies that were made during our times had a role to play? Because I think almost all the movies had like love at first sight.
Love at first sight and also stalking. You know, like
stalking. One-sided love.
One-sided
Who
love.
glorified this? Arya, right?
Not just one-sided love. It was like a lot of creepy stalking too. Like where the hero always stalks the heroine, even
wins
she's not.
them over.
Yeah, somehow wins them over. Yeah,
has to, because they will rescue them from some situation,
from goons.
right? Sometimes arranging the goons themselves.
Yeah. Looking back, like I think when we were in college, stuff was so toxic, you know, like the whole dating thing was very toxic.
It was quite different. So I think that inspiration from the movies itself led to people thinking, if I see this person, I like them, means I love them.
I love them.
You know nothing about the person. But the
the
first thing that comes to your mind is, I love you.
Yeah. Just from the movies.
Let's get married, Seedha. Like you're in college, you're in school. You don't even know what marriage is. But today I feel like it's a lot better where you spend time.
You get to know each other first, and then love comes into the picture later.
Yeah.
Once you're like emotionally mature.
Yeah.
I feel like we were also immature, falling in love with people all the time.
Yeah. It was quite much easier to fall in love.
Yeah, it was so much easier.
Not much social media while we were in that phase of life.
Yeah.
I think I know the answer to this, but have you ever been on a dating app?
I haven't. I got an arranged marriage, guys. Like, come on.
By the time dating apps became popular, I think you were married.
I think I was married, yeah.
Do you have friends who've been on dating apps?
Yeah, they've been. Like, a couple of my friends, they found their husbands on the dating apps, yeah. What about you? Have you been on a dating app?
I found my love the old-fashioned way. Literally, my husband found me while he was visiting my roommate. So it's a typical How I Met Your Mother story.
So cute.
But I'm kind of scared of dating apps.
Dating apps are sketchy because I don't know how easy it is to create a fake account and a fake persona.
There are so many series on this
exactly.
concept,
And I hear so many stories. Like, all I think about when I think about dating apps, all I think about is being kidnapped, getting murdered.
What did he say?
What was talking phase in our young age?
Talking phase in our young age was Tinnavara.
Please,
Good
that
morning.
is talking phase
Good
for
night.
some even today. This random message, I'm not kidding, Instagram DMs. Random.
Oh, yeah.
This is what this. Tinnava.
Tinnava,
నీకెందుకు తిన్నానా లేదో అసలు ఈ ఫుడ్ మీద ఫోకస్
అదే కదా అది అప్పట్లో మన టాకింగ్ ఫేజ్ బట్ లైక్ నౌ ఐ ఫీల్ లైక్ యంగర్ జనరేషన్ టాకింగ్ ఫేజ్ ఐ థింక్ ఇన్ ద కరెంట్ జనరేషన్ is like getting to know each other better.
You think they talk about goals and where they want to go in
goals.
life?
I think so, yeah, because these kids Gen Z, Gen Z people, I feel like they're much more way mature than what we were.
I don't think I had clarity on what I was supposed to.
I still don't.
We grew up watching boomers.
Exactly.
Who had mostly arranged marriages. Who didn't really talk about life goals.
And also the fact that our parents were so strict too. Like, it's like talking to boys was a big taboo. Like, it was a no. Like, she talks to boys. Like,
my mom hated that I used to talk to boys. And that was a common complaint from school all the time. And my dad's like, she needs to socialize with both girls and boys. Like, why are you saying don't talk to boys? How will she grow up to be a well-adjusted adult, right? But my mom was like, only question always, who's going to marry her?
They threw me in an all-girls school, like a convent. St. Anne's Girls High School. So the only time I was talking to boys was in college, engineering. Even then, like, my mom saw some texts on my phone, pretty harmless. We were talking like, what are you doing this weekend? Stuff like that. Danike naku like full class peak.
My mom used to check my phone when I was asleep.
Phones, diaries,
I would
no privacy.
I would sleep with my phone in one spot and wake up with somewhere else. And I'm like, I know you checked my phone.
And that's when we start being sneaky, right? Like, we delete our messages, we hide everything.
I think iPhones were the start of security.
Exactly. They had passcodes,
privacy,
right?
They had passcodes.
That's right. That's when social media also started.
Now, if I was still living in my house and I was a kid, my mom would use my Face ID while I'm sleeping. Look at my phone.
Exactly.
First, she's like,
Get your thumbprint.
Now she's like, you're married, right? Your husband will worry about.
क्या बोलूं मैं इस पे?
Every morning going to college, I used to get a prep talk from my parents. They're like, don't believe boys. Boys are stupid. If you see a boy, run away. Like, or throw a rock at them. Like, every morning, even my dad, they'll pretend to be all nice, but they'll like murder you. They'll sell your kidneys in Dubai.
Well, I understand the fear though. But like, not everyone. But I don't know. Is there a better way to teach your children to stay safe but not be afraid of the other gender?
Exactly. And also, I feel like start doing that by sending them to co-ed schools. Like, it starts there. Like, why this separation? Like, send them to girls' school. Like, boys are all so dangerous. I feel like it should start from a young age where they all study together, sit together. Like, there's nothing wrong in that.
Exactly what my dad was saying, right? That you have to be a well-adjusted adult. So for that, you need the exposure in childhood.
Imagine you have kids one day and your daughter's dating someone in high school and she comes and tells you, what would be your first reaction?
Great question. I think I'd love if my children came and talked to me about everything.
Exactly,
I feel like, in general, I'll be honest, I'm a pretty like control freak kind of parent. But I'd love for my children to have something that I felt I didn't have. I would go talk to friends. I would always seek solace in speaking to friends or my sister. But I didn't have the freedom to go say, oh, hey, dad, I have a crush on. I would talk to my pinni peddamma.
But never
right?
your
Not
parents.
my parents, because I know they wouldn't like really take it well.
Exactly.
So I'd love to give that to my children.
Oh,
how about you?
Firstly, I would be very happy and proud of my parenting that my daughter is able to come to me and be honest and tell me that she's, you know, seeing someone. and then I might kill that boy a little, but
एकदम इन्होंने वक्त बदल दिया, जज्बात बदल दी.
but I would be very happy like that. At least she thinks of me as a parent that she can trust, that she's able to be honest and open about things.
Do we want to hear from the next generation what they think about dating?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
On our boomer telephone.
Let's take a Gen Z call on our boomer phone where
Exactly.
millennials listen to it and talk about it.
Yep.
Okay, so to get the call, let's all together say it with us. Okay, boomer! Hello, NRIs got Blatant.
I'm a 24-year-old female, new master grad in US. I've started talking to a guy no one knows about. My family is super conservative. He is Indian and it's the best thing actually. But it's been a month since we started chatting on Hinge because apparently it's good and safe. We moved outside of Hinge like on Instagram and WhatsApp. But my concern is that he still has his Hinge profile active.
Okay, so first question. Do you know what Hinge is?
Good question. I am assuming it's like Tinder or Bumble, like a dating app, right?
1 hour later.
Okay, so now that we know what Hinge is.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a dating app, guys.
It's a dating app. It's a safe dating app,
Yes,
guys.
absolutely.
Yeah. So what do you think? Like,
A red flag.
right?
Like, obviously.
No, but-
dump him. Throw rocks at him.
I don't believe him. They lie. They are not safe.
She's falling in love.
Again,
Looks like our
look.
caller, our girlie is falling in love.
Again, look, this is dating
Yeah.
on a dating app.
Yeah.
So unless you've had the exclusivity talk, why is it that the guy has? I'm not saying that
Yeah.
he may be doing
Yeah.
something
Yeah. Yeah.
on the sly,
Exactly.
which is not great.
Yeah.
It's not a good look, dude.
So maybe
Yes,
they're
I
just in
think-
the initial phases of...
Did you guys decide that you're exclusively talking to each other?
Good question.
Are
good
your
question.
expectations in line with his?
Okay, let's write it down. But what's your first thought? Red flag or green flag?
Well,
I would say red.
amber flag. You can't read this, so like let it be. But
No,
you
guys,
can.
this makes no
It's
sense.
like,
I'll go first.
Yep,
Red
go.
flags. I wrote it down as this is sketchy behavior, and maybe he's talking to other women. And if the relationship is serious, he could be cheating on her with other women.
See, but that's the thing. What are they in the talking phase? Are they in the dating phase? Are they in the discovery phase?
Exactly. So we don't have that kind
Soft
of
launch
information.
phase.
Yeah.
Which phase are you in?
Yeah, so my green flags, I wrote that as like maybe the relationship is not as serious as she thought it was. Maybe it's only one-sided.
Yeah, miscommunication.
Yeah,
kinda.
some
Yeah,
sort of
yeah.
miscommunication, or they're just in the starting phases of the relationship where they're just getting to know each other. And in the starting phases, I feel like it's okay for men and women to talk to other men and women.
So you're saying he could be double dipping? It's okay.
No, but like how would you know like who would be your best match if you're not talking to multiple people, you know?
Yeah, but also why would you switch to WhatsApp if you weren't sure?
Yeah, that's true.
Good question.
Yeah, good question.
Maybe he has commitment issues.
Yeah.
It
But
is.
if he's not communicating this to her and he's lying to her saying that, you know, that they are exclusive and still on Hinge, then a red flag for sure.
Yeah, for sure. If
Yeah.
he's saying that, oh, no, we're exclusive and
Yeah.
I'm only talking to you, so don't worry about my Hinge.
Exactly,
Definitely a red flag.
definitely a red
but
flag.
if you haven't had the talk,
Exactly.
I mean, if you've had the talk, I'd be like, dump him. Just reactivate your Hinge profile.
Exactly, yeah.
Block him
Yeah.
on WhatsApp and Hinge and move on because
Yeah.
this is going nowhere. But if you haven't had the talk, maybe a good time to align your expectations, right?
And even after you had the talk and he still doesn't want to delete Hinge and that's bothering you, I feel like you should just
That's
dump
an
him
indication,
and move
right?
on.
Yeah, that's
There's
an
so many
indication.
other people on Hinge. In this
Other
scene.
Hinge users, what do you think? Tell us in the comments below.
Comments.
What do you think? Tell them. Is this a red flag?
Yeah, right now it's not a red, it's not a green. For me, it's just
we don't know.
gray.
Yeah,
amber flag.
amber flag. So let us know.
Manasa, do you want to take another caller?
Yes,
Let's
do
do
it. NRIs got Blatant. How can we help you?
Hi Manasa, hi Mouneesha. I'm Arjun from Dallas, Texas. I'm a huge fan and I love this show. It's a weird question. I'm a 25-year-old male, never had a girlfriend before. Found someone here at Dallas. She was also eating biryani at Chaurasta. It's going good. Her family is very religious and her religious requirements are a deal breaker. She says I have American ways and I need to change them.
First thoughts.
Trying to find out whether the person matches with you or not is okay. But like, oh, if you don't change this, I can't spend time with you is kind of red flag. But also, what is this question about even though you're in US, you're religious? What does that have to do with anything?
That's right. Both of them seem like red flags to me at this point.
Right, like-
Both the boy and girl are red flags.
Yeah. That's
So it seems very toxic, just because someone is in USA doesn't mean like you have to be.
Have you been in Texas? There are so many temples.
Exactly. You can't change your beliefs just because you're in America. That's the first thing. And for the girl, I feel like it's also a red flag because you can't expect someone, a grown person, a grown man, to change just for you.
I mean, I understand you saying that, hey, I'm sorry, I'm very religious and we are not aligned on that, so I don't think we'll work. But how can if you don't become religious, I won't date you.
Yeah.
Is more like...
भाई ने बोला करने का तो करने का.
Exactly. Yep. You're just forcing someone to do something you like,
In general, feels like a mismatched pair.
Yeah.
Right?
I think so.
That's what I think. I think both come off as red flags for each other.
But I feel like you should not change your partner in a relationship. You should not change their beliefs. Right? Yeah.
If you respect them for what they believe in now,
Give
that's
space
where you
to
get
each other. Yeah.
It's not essential that you would love all the same things or you believe all the same things.
Exactly.
But it's important to know whether your core values match.
I feel like instead of changing each other, you gotta adapt to each other, right? Like you gotta leave that space for the other person to be himself or herself, and then you adapt according to that so that your relationship is healthy at the end of the day.
And you'd be surprised how that could magically like impact the relationship overall.
As much as I love to tell people to dump each other and like
अरे बाप रे.
get over the relationship,
Yes.
but like give another chance, like try talking to her like why it is important, because you don't want to lose your individuality in your relationship.
There's always more to why someone is asking
exactly
something of you that you
Yeah.
feel is unnecessarily stringent. Don't force each other to do things. And what's our final verdict? I think for this one,
Let the audience decide.
Yeah.
what is it?
we both felt like both of these were red flags. So you tell us down below. Tell us what you think.
Yes.
All right. Do you want to do another one?
Yes, please.
Hello, NRIs got Blatant.
Hi, my name is Harshini. I'm a 22-year-old female. I've been talking to this guy for 2 months, and I just learned from one of his friends that he's calling me his girlfriend. I won't do it, but I'm afraid that if I clarify this, it won't end well, because I am still calling him my friend. Is it a red flag for him to call me his girlfriend without talking to me about it?
What do you think?
Both of them are not red flags. Not green either. Like I don't know how to judge this, but I feel like the society is a red flag here.
Everybody, सबके सब चोर हैं साले.
Okay, but like
Where
if you
we
were
grew
dating
up.
a guy
Yeah.
and you were calling him your boyfriend.
Yeah.
And he was calling you his friend. How would you feel?
I feel really bad.
Right?
Like,
Like you'd be like, why? Why are you doing
Exactly.
that? Like, I'm invested here.
Yeah,
Like, why
yeah,
are you
yeah.
not accepting?
So it kind of makes sense, like why the guy got hurt and he stopped talking to her.
Yeah, right?
Because his feelings definitely got hurt. But at the same time, our girlie, like she has clear boundaries. Like she knows what she wants in life, so she's not wrong either.
Yeah.
So where did this go wrong?
Feel like again expectations are not aligned, right? One person is deeper into the relationship than the other, but if you look at it from the guy's perspective, she's a red flag to him. But you know what, it all depends on how much their relationship has evolved or how much they've spent time together.
And she said like 2 months, right? 2 months of talking.
What have they done in 2 months?
How emotionally did they get
Okay,
connected?
they'll say, I talked for 2 months. Did you talk about Bugs Bunny? Or did you talk about your childhood
Future.
traumas? What did you talk about? That's important.
Yeah.
If you
So
talked
true.
about childhood traumas, life goals, and then you said he's my friend.
Yeah. Maybe she did see him just as a friend. Even like sharing goals and talking about your long-term goals or about your life. You can talk about that to a friend, right? So maybe she thought of him as a good friend.
Again, I want to see this chat history.
Exactly.
Right? Like,
Yeah.
that's the only way to know. Like, how
Yeah.
many smileys were in this chat? Were they kissing smileys?
Were there
did
any
they have
hearts?
hearts?
And was it red?
If you're sending heart smileys and saying friend, then I got to ask you some questions.
And how many exclamation points after
Yes.
hey?
Right? So there's so much at play here.
Yeah.
But clearly, if one of them has felt comfortable enough to say that they are my girlfriend.
So in this scenario, I don't think anyone is a red flag or anyone's a green flag. Like, it's just life.
I think there's a lot of this that can happen and that keeps going around.
Exactly.
As long as you don't keep your communication open
Yeah.
and honest, you're going to be in this situation a lot.
And also, I feel like it's good that the guy, like, he's not talking to you and his heart got broken, like, so fast, like, in only 2 months. And it's not, like, somewhere down the lane, like,
Yeah.
after 1 year or something,
Yeah.
because it would have been harder for him to get over it by then,
Yeah.
you know?
But our verdict, I think, is...
Just flag.
Yeah, just flag.
There's
just
no
flag
color.
this.
Just flag.
I'm flagging this conversation overall. Do you feel like all the calls we got, there was no clarity, and I feel like these kids are doing time pass.
Yeah.
I don't think our non-Indian audiences would understand that though. Okay, let's play a quick game.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw words like this at you.
Okay.
And then you throw some at me, and we'll try to define them in 30 seconds for a non-Indian.
Okay. Sounds good.
Start with time
let's do
pass.
it. Time pass.
Yes. What is time pass?
Time pass means time pass only. Like, like you're passing time, you're killing time. You're not serious about it. That's time pass. A word for you. Jugard.
Jugard. This, what is this?
कैसी अपमानजनक बातें कर रहा है
This is not Jugard, bro.
More.
That's not Jugard. No. Jugard is like when you don't have the right way of doing something and you basically use a hack. Jugard is hack.
Give me an example. Like,
People who don't have real life entertainment are jugaading by going on dating apps and just like
जोर जोर से बोल के लोगों को स्कीमें बता दे
time pass chatting with
time pass and
others.
jugaading and time passing.
Next word. Faltu.
Faltu is
Faltu?
Use-
Time pass is time pass. Faltu is
Faltu is
faltu.
also faltu, like faltu.
Huh.
Useless, right?
Yes.
Yeah, this is just faltu gossip, like useless gossip.
Do you feel like we use all these? I'll say faltu time pass.
Faltu time pass jugad.
Faltu
time
jugad.
pass mein jugad you're doing.
Yeah.
Okay, my word for you is pakao.
Frying
your brain. Yeah.
That's pakao.
Yeah. Say like I'm talking like non-stop nonsense, and that's like stop pakawing me, right?
Yeah.
Like stop frying my brain. How
I
would you?
would say fry chicken, not my brain.
Nice.
All fun and games, but looks like our Gen Z and the younger generation than that is having a lot of trouble with the dating phases, especially the talking phase. I feel like there's a lot more clarity needed on whether this is time pass or someone is using you for jugad or it's just faltu
pakao.
time pass.
Faltu pakao,
Or
jugad,
they're
time
just-
pass,
yeah.
brain rot. Yeah.
Remember all these words and don't waste your time with the wrong people on dating apps, guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you're also young. Have fun. Don't get into serious
Yeah, but if
relationships.
the talking phase is fun, just go for it.
Catch flights, not feelings.
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go. But if you are interested in exclusivity and want to know more about it or have questions about it, call us and watch our next episode. Thank you. This is Manasa and Mouneesha, and we are getting blatant here at NRIs Got Blatant. See you next week.
See you next week.